it's weird. The last few days, and I don't know if I've mentioned this to you or not, but I talked to somebody else. It's like everything's kind of come to a standstill, and yet you know it hasn't come to a standstill. You know, like the calm before the storm.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's like all these miracles just there, just happening right this moment, you know.
Wow.
And everybody just needs to open up to it. But it's also a test in faith, because there's also like the very end bullshit is just kind of exploding, and it's surprising stuff that you don't expect some of the times, you know, and stuff like this. But it's like, it's really interesting, and it's interesting to watch it if you can just kind of witness it and hang on to your faith. You know, it's a real test in faith. And little tiny things. I look at this morning, I took a shower and I'm getting ready to dry my hair, and suddenly the generator stops. And then it starts, and then it stops again. Well, hell, we're out of propane.
Oh.
Yeah. And so that's okay. I walk down to the house. I dry my hair with a little hand mirror that I'm looking in, and the generator at our house. But the generator at our house, the automatic starter went out just 10 minutes later. It's just interesting. All the little hits that people are probably getting in a million different ways that are saying, let go of your faith, get in fear, get in anger, because everything's getting to the point where it's just going to open up and we're going to see the truth. It's interesting. So there's my excitement, and here I am, late, and I am never late for anything.
I know.
Right?
I know.
and I'm not going to pieces over it.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Good. You're flexible.
There you go.
I've had a hell of a week, JoAnn. I relapsed on bacon, and what was interesting was it was very unconscious. It was like I'm eating it, and then I'm like, oh fuck, I'm eating meat. And you know that, well, might as well finish it, kicked in. And so this was on Tuesday morning, and then Tuesday evening, Christine's like, you know, I really want wings. I'm like, fuck it, let's go get wings. So then I ate wings. Wednesday I ate ribs. Thursday, let's see, Wednesday I ate ribs. There was another meat product. Thursday I ate pork chops. I was up all night last night. My stomach is like, what? You know, you relapse on meat and you just go, you know, pun intended, hog wild crazy, you know, because I had a lot of pork.
Yes, you did.
Interestingly, I didn't have any beef, but it was all pork and chicken. I actually had fish in there somewhere, and I don't eat fish on a good day ever, like in my life. So I'm not sure what happened to me, because it kind of happened unconsciously, and that was the whole issue with the meat in the first place. Was I was unconsciously, I had to be unconscious to eat it, and then I had that dream and couldn't eat meat. And that felt okay for like 2 months. I really wasn't missing it a whole lot. And then so when I ate the bacon, it was so unconscious. Like I forgot bacon was on that. You know, I ordered something for breakfast and I forgot bacon came on it, you know, and I was eating it. I don't know. It's something to do with being unconscious. And yeah, I thought there was a way I could kind of honor the meat and still eat it, but clearly it's not at this time okay for my system.
That's really interesting, though, because for some reason you had to know that too.
I guess.
That's why you unconsciously did that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think of 12-step programs, and when people relapse in 12-step programs and survive it, because many relapse and die. However, those that are able to go back, a lot of the talk is around, you needed that lesson. You needed to relapse in order to recover again, kind of, you were getting complacent or something, about your working your program wasn't, where it needed to be. So you relapsed to get back on track. And so I definitely feel that. And, one of my intentions this for 2020 was to really get more in tune to my body and listen to my body and communicate with my body more. And so my body is really calling bullshit. It's like, okay,
That's that. Yeah, that is so cool to hear, because it wasn't like you did anything wrong or anything else. You're just off your new authentic path.
yeah, yeah.
And so instead of wondering if, well, maybe I'll just do this for another month or so, then you don't have to do that. You just unconsciously, your body said, well, let's just show you what would happen if you
Hmm.
decide that you want to do this, And so that's really cool.
It's just, I'm off. Something's just off. I don't know if it's that calm before the storm, but it's just
I,
there is an interesting energy for sure.
there is, and I think, and I mentioned it in my quarter hour of power this morning. It's like all these puzzle pieces are starting to lock into place,
Hmm.
but it's like if there's anything in the way, it gets moved now, not later, now.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really interesting, this energy right now.
Gotcha.
It's unique. It's unique. Whatever the hell's going on,
Yeah.
I've never experienced it before. But I know that it's time. If you got anything like fear coming up, you need to get rid of it, because this is where your faith comes in, because at some level, you know that this is what we've been waiting for.
Hmm. Yeah. I guess. Yeah.
Maybe you better draw a card and see if we're totally out there, or if maybe something's gonna tie all this together a little bit.
I've been fondling wisdom of the oracle this morning. So what do we need to know about the energy in the world right now that we're
Good question.
Ooh. Soulmates in protection or upside down.
That's interesting.
Right. Yeah. What do we need to know about the energy in the world at this time? Soulmates in protection. And it's number 41. An important relationship brings you to your knees. This is the kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve your well being enter into this dynamic so you can heal them. This person is called to a sacred task to help you learn. Even if it seems uncomfortable, sticky, or even inconceivable. The question is, why did he or she do this? I'm sorry, the question is not, why did he or she do this, but rather, what is the gift in this? Look in the mirror. You will only be changed for the better.
Oh, man.
You look like you want to throw up.
I do. I do it. You know, you talk about getting rid of fear and, oh, yeah.
Well, I think,
Yeah.
at first I was like, this is weird because, when you read this in the guidebook, it's about a person. However, um, this can be about you and yourself, your higher self. This can be about, you and God, or, divine. This could be about Donald Trump, you know. Um, I know I'm not supposed to bring up politics, but, just in terms of the card, an important relationship brings you to your knees. And we've talked about this, how,
Wow.
he's not necessarily, the kind of person when he talks that's love and kindness and, peace and love and all that, what we talk about. But there's been a powerful gift. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve you well enter into this dynamic. And what have we been saying? It's, his presence has brought out the underbelly of society. It has brought out, it's bringing things to the light within ourselves and within society, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is.
And this says, that enters into the dynamic so you can heal them, right? Because you got to be aware of them in order to heal them. Um, this person is called to a sacred task to help you learn, even if it seems uncomfortable, sticky, or inconceivable, right? It's inconceivable that I could learn from somebody that is so nasty to other people, that makes fun of, degrades, we don't need to go there. But that's when our biggest lessons are discovered about who we are individually and as a people. The question is, not why did he do this to me, but what is the gift in this?
Absolutely. Wow.
And you've been on that. You've known that. I feel like I've known that too. I don't like it, but we ask the question, what is the energy right now that's going on and in the world, that we're feeling? And I think that we wouldn't be feeling this if it weren't for him being president.
I think you're totally on to something right there. And and we have, there's so much that we have to plow through, not just on the dark coming in, but on the untruths that are out there when people are doing their normal,
Right.
Let's watch the news thing. It's like we're having to discern, we're having to learn how to discern. And when some of it does look like it's unbearable and horrible, I love that you brought that into this card. I love that.
To me, it was the glaring obvious. I mean,
I'm so glad that that's what the glaring obvious was, because that I can handle that. it's when I was the other day when I was walking, and there's another aspect that's coming into this too, because this is such an important lifetime. And I said, well, I think I'll connect with my future self. And I saw a line of me.
Oh, wow.
And so I remembered, oh my gosh, this is the time when all of our multiple lives are being brought into one. So think what we're having to digest.
Yeah.
I think about your experience this week, and I think about what we're having to digest. Maybe, gosh, maybe even that has something to do with your unconscious return to meat was another lifetime or another parallel life coming in to blend with where you are now.
Where I
I
didn't.
don't know. Yeah, there's where meat was just, yeah, of course,
Interesting.
yeah. And so if you look at, we're looking at that, we're looking at the political, because you have to look at the political right now. I mean, everything's just crazy. So you look at everything that we are attempting to I guess I can't get past digest. It
I
just seems
know.
like that's the word. Yeah.
Yes.
No wonder we feel a different energy. We've not, we don't remember this energy, and we're going into an
Mm-hmm.
energy that we have forgotten that we're actually very used to, and
Right.
that's the energy of who we truly are. But it's a rocky, like I said, it's a bridge, but we're on the precipice of something. We're on the precipice of something really big.
Mm-hmm. And I'm wondering, is it I'm unable to digest something? Now I'm worried. Not that I'm worried, but I'm thinking, I've been kind of going with like I just my body's rejecting meat. Not that I want to be a vegetarian. I love meat, but I have to
Right.
listen to my body. And so I've been going with that's the lesson, listen to my body. And right now my body can't deal with meat. However, is it something I'm unwilling to digest that I need to? Is it a metaphor for something bigger that I'm denying? Or,
Right. And that's nothing to worry about. That's something to look at,
right,
because it just came to you, and it's like, and as well as I do, all you have to do is you've asked the question.
right. Yeah.
Now request an answer that
Yeah.
you can tune into.
Right.
Yeah. This is, people just need to, I hope they can find some of the excitement in this time. That,
Right.
yeah, we're getting out of our comfort zones, and that's not comfortable. But gosh, can you just maybe look and see what peace looks like in your world, what paradise looks like in your world, what everybody having a place to eat and everybody having a shelter and no children are being abused? Can you just look at that as the end gate?
Well, this is a good time for an activation to
Okay.
perhaps help us imagine again, what peace is going to look like. We
Absolutely.
get
Absolutely.
grounded in that, and hold that as our light as we go forth.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm trying to decide whether we should take a ride on an eagle or a dragon. Tell me what hits your hot button.
Dragon.
Okay, perfect. The dragon's been alive and well in my mind here lately.
That's
So
yeah, that's
let's take some deep breaths here. Heart breaths. Get into our hearts. That's where the new world is in our heart. And we're gonna, yeah, just let your light shine. Fill your body with the light of the Christ. It's always there. Just allow it to fill your body. And then I want you to look over to your left, and you're going to see a dragon, and it's your dragon. So it's your color, whatever you want it to be, whatever it looks like. It may have long eyelashes. I don't know, but she's beautiful. So I want you to float up and get on your dragon's back, and we'll take a little ride. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the Mother Earth, that we really can't see very well, because it's being kind of shrouded away from us right now. But it's there, and it's alive and well, and it's very strong, and because it is coming on so strong is why we do feel this different energy in the world right now. So as we fly up, we'll go up high, and if you look down upon the Mother Earth, it'll look like there's a cloud cover, a little bit of a smoke screen. There's a little bit of rock and rolling going on. There's tornadoes, there's some floods, there's a lot of stuff going on right now. But our dragons are going to exhale. And the breath of the dragon, even if it's got some fire in it, blows away that dark surface, the dark cloud area that you're seeing on the planet. And it takes us to just below the surface. And I mean just barely below the surface of the planet. And the colors are, I see those who on their dragons putting on their sunglasses. It is so bright and so beautiful. The greens, all the different shades of the greens, the water and the sun reflecting off the water. I mean, from blues and greens to clear. And yes, and it is so stable. There is nothing shaking. There is nothing, no rock and rolling going. There is no dark spots. This is the planet of paradise, and that's what is being manifest this very moment. And that's why this energy is very odd to us, because it is the energy of something totally crumbling, dismantling. But it doesn't even hardly leave a void, because there's already such a strong structure beneath it. So as you look at this new earth, and you'll hear the drumming, you'll hear the music, and you'll hear the laughter, the flowers, the camaraderie, the total understanding of unconditional love and compassion. It fills your hearts. It fills your hearts. And there's no thought. It simply fills your hearts. And you know this is truth. You know that nothing else is truth but peace. But this new earth, this paradise. Your dragon is truth.
Mm.
And that's how you keep your faith. You know that you are supported on every level. So you become a witness to what is going on, and you shine your light, and you hold the hands of those who may be more frightened than you are. But you share your light. So we're going to come back to where we started. And we keep everything that we just experienced within us. That's part of our support system. That and a knowing And when we find ourselves in fear, we do something good for somebody else.
Mm.
And that takes us out of fear. We become who we truly are. We embody our true Christ self. So take a deep heart breath. Secure all this in your heart. And it is done. It is done. It is done. It is done.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Oh, I feel very relaxed and refreshed. Thank you. I needed that.
You're very welcome. My pleasure.